Quality Assured Films does not condone the misuse of internet reviews. We realize no one is perfect. The opinions of John and Mike should be taken lightly prior to the viewing of any movie. Enjoy the show.
Get in.
Come on, baby. All right, let's go. Come on, drive. We gotta get to this review.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
Gotta restart the song.
Come on, baby.
Quality Assured Films.
Welcome back to Quality Assured Films. I'm Mike. John? John, we're doing the review!
Oh my god, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. We just watched Baby Driver.
So you just starting your day, or did you just get off?
They call, I go, you know.
So what is it you do?
I'm a driver.
So what did you like about Baby Driver?
So much, man. So much. No spoilers yet. We'll save that for a little later.
Right.
Baby Driver. Edgar Wright is a genius.
I agree.
His previous works, what was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Oh yeah, underrated.
Oh my god, so underrated.
Hot Fuzz,
Yep.
Shaun of the Dead, World's End.
Yes.
Those are all great. I loved all those movies.
So right away when we heard it was this dude and he was writing it and directing it, like that's the best. The best combination when the writer and the director are doing it.
And this is what he did instead of doing Ant-Man.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I'm looking at some of the country's finest thugs, and of course, young Mozart in a go-kart over there.
He embraces it being a movie and meant to be seen on a big screen. Like, he embraces Hollywood, the whole idea of the stunt driver, and like the whole idea of the movie. I didn't read up on it, but it almost seems centered around like we're gonna make a stunt driving movie that goes up there with like Bullet and other amazing car stunt movies. And so then the plot went from there. It's okay, the main character is a getaway driver, so
Wow.
everything is based around that. So it embraces like this kind of older Hollywood, almost 70s Hollywood, and he made, I think, like kind of a masterpiece. It also is like almost a musical.
Yeah.
Like I really
Yeah.
felt like I was watching a musical, sitting in watching a stage like on Broadway. It was probably one of the most incredible movie-going experiences I had.
The cast was fantastic. I mean, this main kid, Egbert.
Ansel Egbert Ansel Engelhart or something.
Engelhart. He was amazing.
Did you hear him sing on James Corden?
No.
Oh, he's really good. Here's a clip of him doing it.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
People wanted him as a young Han Solo because they thought that he looked like Harrison Ford.
Wow. Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
I think that was him. I don't know. If I'm right, here's a news clip of it.
Of course it'd be cool being part of a Star Wars movie, but I couldn't do it because of my DJ name. No, I'm kidding. Because my name was Han Solo, and I thought it would be too close for comfort.
I love Jamie Foxx in this.
Yeah, he was really good.
And when they first announced it, I was worried because I didn't know if he was going to be like a goofball and the comedy relief. But
Oh, okay. I actually thought the opposite, that he was going to be so stone cold that he was going to be he was going to be a villain that you couldn't relate to at all. and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like him in this.
But he ended up being.
Yeah, he ended up being great.
They're sitting at the table, going over the plan, and Baby is just sitting there with headphones in his ear the whole time. And Jamie Foxx just keeps like looking over at him like, yo, what the fuck? Is he listening?
Right.
And then he even calls out. He's like, yo, is this motherfucker listening?
In the AM, questions.
I got a question, Doc. Why would I believe phones over here heard the goddamn word you said? He ain't even listening.
I loved that this wasn't a superhero movie. Because I love them, but I watched so damn many of them that it was so refreshing to see an original idea out there. Not a sequel, not a franchise, just original idea. Things that I did not expect the audience to go along with, they did because the premise of a heist movie was draped over it. Mm-hmm. So things that maybe people said like, oh, that's like, I would never see that. Yeah. Like, that's not my thing. Ended up getting it anyway because they got reeled in by the premise.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
This business is a world consisting of three things: money, sex, and action.
Now I think it might be time
to drift into spoilers.
Spoiler time. Woo! How the fuck do I untie these?
Baby driver problems, yo.
Hey, why is he listening to music all the time?
He had an accident when he was a kid.
He's got mental problems.
I'm the one got the mental problems in the crew. Position taken.
We all know that he's a getaway driver, okay? So that's the big thing here. One thing that was bothering me in the movie is there was a ton of scenarios where he's running from the cops and either he switches cars or he figures out a way to like hide from them. And then at that point, if you just chill out, baby, and you drive slow, you mind your business, no one will notice you. But instead, this motherfucker's like peeling rubber.
Yeah.
He gets away from the cops in a new car and I was like, yeah. And it just draws 9 more cops after him.
Or he switches clothes and then takes off into a full sprint. And it's like, you kind of negated the fact that you're changing your clothes.
Get out of the car.
Oh, my purse!
I'm sorry, ma'am.
There's some super subtle things that like I would love to watch it again now and just pick through it. So some really specific things. John Bernthal is in this for like, I don't know, 10 minutes max.
Yeah.
They're going to the elevator to the parking garage where they're gonna go their separate ways after the job. So John Bernthal leaves the elevator and he says, "If you don't see me again, I'm dead." And it's a joke. And you're like, ha, that's funny. But guess what? You don't see him again. And it's like something I didn't think of until after the fact because they go on different jobs. And he says, I never use the same crew twice.
Right.
And yet there's always constants, even though the whole crew as a whole is different.
And he was never one.
And he never came back. So that was something I was like, oh my god, what a great, even though it was kind of a throwaway joke, it still had depth to it that tied into the plot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing.
Is he mental?
Mental meaning slow. Was he slow?
No.
He had an origin story. Which, even though this wasn't a superhero movie, he had an origin story.
Yeah.
It wasn't this long, drawn out.
It was only brought in to like heighten the impact of whatever scene was happening.
Yeah.
One more job and I'm done.
One more job, and we're straight.
Now, I don't think I need to give you the speech about what happens when you say no, how I could break your legs and kill everyone you love, because you already know that, don't you?
Yeah. Can I say, Edgar Wright, I love you because you put a Blur song into this movie that was not song 2. And that's my favorite band. And no one ever puts them in movies. And if they do, they put song 2. And not only that, it was in a really critical part of the movie. It was just saying it right to me. I was so happy.
Amazing.
It was the one that was like when he drives with Jamie Foxx and he's like, "Swah!"
You are my lucky charm, and I'm not doing this job without you. Your waitress girlfriend, she's cute. Let's keep it that way.
It like turned into a movie where, you know, John Hamm became the bad guy.
Yeah. Which on one hand it subverts your expectations because the whole time leading up to that, he's almost like the one guy that Baby does kind of get attached to.
Right.
Which, Jamie Foxx said, the moment you catch feelings
is the moment you catch a bullet.
It just turns into him becoming like the villain to a point where he's chasing Baby everywhere. You know, we leave him with the police, you're like, okay, he's gonna get shot down.
Right.
Next thing you know, he's showing up at the diner.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 50 cops pointing with automatic rifles at him, and then he shows up. It just became like a slasher film at the end, basically.
She a good girl? You love her? Yes, I do. That's too bad. Time to face the music.
Because Monica dies.
Yes,
he says,
his love. Yeah.
You got her killed, and I loved her the most in the world. Now I'm going to take the thing you love most in the world and basically try to destroy his hearing.
Yep.
And so he puts a gun right next to his head and
both sides
pops off gunshots right next to his ears.
And you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Fucking brutal.
And that's what I mean. Like this, it was like a superpower being hindered by this. It was amazing. That's why I feel like this was still a superhero movie, even though it wasn't. Because he's like, he took away his power. That's the kryptonite.
Oh wow!
His music.
Wow, that's interesting.
Right?
That's really interesting. I didn't think of it that way.
That's some Oscar shit right there.
I thought it redeemed itself in the end because what I wasn't. I really thought that they were gonna drive off into the sunset.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Right.
They get caught. And Baby goes to prison.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all. He goes to prison and he serves his time.
Yep.
And they show time passing and him working off his sentence.
Yeah, him getting his ears checked by the doctor. So you're starting to, oh, he's getting better. He's learning. That's true. I mean, had they just driven off into the sunset, it would have, I don't know, probably would have felt cheated a little bit. Because despite the fact that you always root for the main character, he still did some shitty things.
Right.
And he has to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting out. I have to end this.
What's happening, baby?
Aside from the shots just being phenomenal, that sequence where he records conversations.
Oh, yes.
Secretly. And he's not doing it for any malicious intent. He's literally doing it so that he can go back to his own place and mix these fucking techno songs or these different like songs with the voices of the people.
Right.
So like early on, Frank Underwood, whatever his character's name is, he's like, you know, is he slow? So then he has the is he slow? And he just keeps playing, is he slow? Is he slow? So then later on, it kind of comes back to bite him in the ass because they find him, his recordings are like, what the fuck you been?
What? Because he has a tape recorder on him.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're like, are you wearing a fucking wire for the cops?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I want to be a music producer.
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
You better come up with a better fucking excuse than that. And they have him at gunpoint, everything, and then they literally just pick a random tape and play it, and it's that one. And they're like looking at him like, what the fuck?
Have you been talking about us?
Supposed to squeal on the road, not that guy.
What do you think about them saying that they're going to make Baby Driver 2?
Are they really?
Well, they're talking about it.
Because of the success of this one.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's Edgar Wright again, maybe he can strike gold twice. Is that how strike lightning? Lightning?
Lightning can strike twice.
No, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like you risk fucking stuff up.
Yeah.
You risk fucking up what is essentially a very perfect movie.
Right. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
When I read that, I was like, you guys learned nothing.
Yeah.
This was evidence. Let Edgar Wright make more original shit.
Yeah.
Stop making him make franchise sequels. And have him make the next Baby Driver. Not literally the next Baby Driver.
Right. Is that Baby's Day Out, you said?
Because he gets out of prison.
Yes! Woo!
What is your name?
Baby.
Your name's Baby. B-A-B-Y, baby.
Final thoughts, Baby Driver.
Oh, I loved it. Would you approve it?
I would absolutely approve it. I loved it. And it's very rare for me to say that, but I had such a good time seeing it, and it was so original and great, and it just made me be like, this is why I go to the movies.
Yes.
And that's what I love the most about it. Would you approve Baby Driver?
Without a doubt. Without a second. B-A-B-Y. I love it.
Retarded means slow. Is he slow?
Baby.
Baby?
Baby.
She a good girl? You love her? Yes, I do. That's too bad.
Quality approved.
Quality assured.
pedal to the metal and get out there and go see Baby Driver. I'm Mike.
I'm John.
And we are Quality Assured Films. Would you approve Baby Driver?
Well, I absolutely would.
Wow, you would?
I would.
Gotta get to this review, baby.
You're just so bright, I gotta wear shades.
I said earlier, from start to beginning, it was like that. So there wasn't that
Start to beginning, huh?
What?
Number one with cheese.
And a cherry's jubilee, and that's it.
Baby Godiva.
And I won't stop calling you, baby, baby, baby. You look so good to me, baby, 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 baby. You are so good to me.
I don't know if it was any good or not.